As many of my listeners will know, my wife and I suffered the unexpected loss of our favorite middle son. Enough to say, the world to those who knew Seth isn't the same. It's the words of John Donne, who said, "If a piece of Europe falls into the sea, just a mere clod of dirt, Europe is not the same." Indeed, we are all linked together. The loss of one of us affects all of us. And it's into this temperament that a friend of mine gave me a book entitled Return of the Prodigal. Now, the book is a bit of what you might think, the story of the prodigal son. And for those of you sleeping in Sunday school, a son demands his inheritance. The father does just that, gives him a pile of cash, and the son subsequently squanders it all. He returns home in poverty and is welcomed by his father with open arms. The story is more nuanced. There is an embittered elder son who never left his father's side. We never hear from the mother. Enough to say the prodigal story is deeper than we think. And this book spoke to those complexities, the complexities of family and loss and estrangement, and separation, father-son relationships, and all that messy stuff that makes up living on this planet. The cover of the book, Return of the Prodigal, is the painting of the same name by the master we know as Rembrandt. Rembrandt has drawn his own face as the father, welcoming home his lost son, and his wife's face is the mother of the prodigal, or one of his wives. Rembrandt's first wife died young, along with his first 3 children. Rembrandt remarries in a common law type arrangement, had another child, and then that second wife died. Mercifully, their child survived. And toward the end of his life, Rembrandt goes broke and has most everything repossessed. And so alone and impoverished, he begins perhaps his greatest work, The Prodigal. And before he can finish his work, his only surviving child dies. Rembrandt paints himself as the father receiving his prodigal son with the warmth we know of the story. And it causes you to wonder, was Rembrandt estranged from the only living child, the same child who late in his life would precede him in death? Was Rembrandt wishing his only living son would return? Is it more representative of the children he lost that he never saw grow into adulthood? I mean, who knows? We're left to wonder. I'll tell you though, it helps his father. It helps the father who gave me this book because, you see, my friend who gave me this book, his daughter lives, and she hasn't spoken to him in years. This is Scott Donaldson. Peace. If you like what you see here, I'd ask you to subscribe, like, and to share. If you don't like it, I'm not talking to you. Tune in regularly. We'll be putting shows out. Peace.